Hey guys, you might have seen the video WG Consortium made to me about weathering the wheels with the airbrush. And, pigments are probably better for what I want to do, but I wanted a specific color, and I really didn't want to spend the money on pigments because pigments can get quite expensive. So I heard about this online, and while I was at the art store today, I picked up some more of these. No, they're like 20 cents each or 25 cents each at the art store, so they're super cheap. But I picked up a pastel. This is a pastel crayon or chalk. It's just called Artist Pastel. Of the right color for my ground, and of course I got a little container too. So I'm just making my own pigment basically. And I'm just taking a sharp knife and slowly lightly scraping off here, trying to get as fine a particle as possible into this container. And that's what I'm going to use for my pigment on the truck. And I just picked up some alcohol, or actually I had the wife pick up some alcohol while she was at the store. And yeah, so I'm going to try pigmenting my truck with a pastel. As far as I know, that's all that pigments really are, is just ground up pastels, but we'll see. This was I think this was like $4 for the stick, which is probably enough pigment to last a lifetime. So anyway, I'm going to pause this and work on my truck, see what happens. So let's see how this works out. Got my nice little container of newly formed pigment. I got my wheels. I took some chainmail and weathered out the wheels. I got an old brush. I'm going to try and see what I can do for staining the wheels here. This is kind of hard to work with. The tire's nice and stained here. So I'm doing this dry because I was reading that when you use pastels you can't do it wet. Otherwise they just turn to sludge. And besides, I need to wipe some of this stuff off the surface too. All over the wheels here. Here into the bottom of the wheel wells. Get some frame here. Powder and getting it up here. Underneath the wheels into the fuel tank. Finishing where we're being kicked up by the wheels as they're driving along. On the wheels. Coming out very dusty. So yeah, this stuff is working out really well. Alright, do the other side here. Blown off on the excess. About getting home too. Kind of worried about getting the stuff on the camera too, so kind of being careful with that. Do the entire tire. And again, you get underneath here. The tires would be taking stuff up onto the truck. So here on the foot thing, where someone would be standing. Suspension here. Of course, the more you put on there, the more it gets stained. The oil's here really good. my first time ever with any sort of pigmentation. A little bit more. And I'm really liking the effect it gives. Good. That's definitely the look I was going for. Underneath here a little bit more. Back here where I'm going to kick up under the yes, that's definitely very nice effect. Exhaust. The excess. Nice dusty effect all around the bottom edge of the truck. So just real quick, I tried to use some alcohol as a fixer, and it just didn't work. It basically washed off the pigment and kind of turned it into a wash. So I'm just going over a couple areas real quick. I tried it on the tank here, and I just did not like the effect. So I'm just redoing some areas here. Some dust on the yeah. So yeah, I think this was definitely easier than trying it with the airbrush. I still try it with the airbrush on something bigger, but I just wanted to give this a try too, especially since just buying a pastel was incredibly cheap compared to buying a pigment, and I got the exact color I wanted. So yeah, I'm going to follow this up with some still pics and finishing up the FlakkaTrukk. Thanks for watching. So anyway, I went through and covered the thing in dull coat because I needed to anyway, and it really muted most of the color. So I'm going to go over some areas again real quick. Right here is still really good. The tank is still really good. Right here above the tank is still really good, but the rest of it, yeah, really muted the color. So I'm going to have to go over and do some more pigmentation on this stuff, because this just lost everything I did with the dull coat. So I guess I need to do the dull coat first and then figure out how to get the pigments to stick. So I'm not going to do a whole lot here. They're my pigments, my newly created pigment. I'll go really light here. Just kind of really just get the bottom of the tires here. All I'm going to get, pulling off the excess, and some right here, along the bottom here, some along here, and then of course underneath the wheel wells. Whoops. That's where I really want the pigment to be. Off the excess. There we go, that's much better. Turn the effect to the thing. What it's going to wear over time, but considering I won't be playing with this one a whole lot, I guess it won't matter. So, yeah, how do I seal this stuff in there with since the dull coat didn't work? So, that's it. I think I'm going to be calling this guy done finally.